The third party vanished. And what your soulmate just confessed will break you. My beloved child, listen to me with your whole heart, for I come to you not with fear, not with judgment, and not with sorrow meant to destroy you. I come to you with the softness of heaven, with the voice of the one who sees all things, knows all things, and loves you more deeply than you can understand. I come to you because the moment has arrived. Your heart is ready, your spirit is steady, and your soul is finally strong enough to receive the truth you have been sensing but could never fully name. The third party has vanished, disappeared like a shadow that was never meant to touch the brightness of your destiny. And now, your soulmate has spoken words they have held inside for so long, words that will hurt you, shake you, and leave your heart trembling, but not to break you beyond repair. These words will break you only in the way truth breaks chains, not hearts. They will shatter illusions but build foundations. They will cut through your silence but open your soul to a love that is purer, deeper, and truer than anything you have known. My child, breathe, for I am here. Let my presence wrap around you like warm light. Let me hold your mind steady. Let me prepare your heart to hear what has been hidden behind fear, guilt, and longing. Your soulmate confessed something that has been drowning them inside. They thought they could carry it alone. They thought silence would protect you. They thought distance would heal what they broke. But love, true love, does not stay quiet forever. And the love between you and this person is not ordinary, not random, not accidental. It is written in the place where human hands cannot reach. It is older than this lifetime, older than their mistakes, older than your tears. What they confessed, my beloved, is this: they never loved the third party. Not for a single moment. They were trying to escape themselves, not you. They were trying to silence their feelings, not replace you. They were trying to numb their fear, not forget your touch. And every time they tried to pour themselves into someone else, they broke a little more, because their heart recognized that it was betraying its true home. You are their home, my child. You always were. And they confessed, with trembling, that they were terrified of how deeply they loved you, terrified of how powerful your connection felt, terrified because choosing you meant choosing a different version of themselves, a version they didn't yet know how to be. Your soulmate told the truth that has been sitting in their chest like fire: the third party was never a threat to you. The third party was a threat to them, to their own peace, to their own identity, because every moment spent with that person reminded them that they were living a lie. They confessed that they stayed only because they thought you deserved better than the broken, confused, uncertain version of them. They thought you needed someone stronger, someone more stable, someone who wouldn't shake every time they felt your energy in their soul. But love does not wait for perfection. Love demands honesty. It demands surrender. It demands truth. And finally, they reached the point where silence became too heavy to carry. So they spoke. They confessed. They told the truth their heart has been screaming for months, maybe years. My child, when they said the words, "I never loved them. I only loved you," they meant every syllable. You must understand, humans make foolish choices when they are afraid. They run from what feels too real. They hide from what feels too sacred. They choose temporary comfort over permanent truth because truth carries responsibility, and responsibility requires courage. Your soulmate was not ready then. But something inside them has changed, something has awakened, something has finally broken open wide enough for light to enter. They told me, yes, they spoke even to the heavens without knowing, they told me they wish they had chosen you sooner. They wish they had listened to their intuition instead of their fear. They wish they had never allowed the third party to enter the story. They wish they had stood beside you the way you silently stood beside them. They wish they had fought for you the way you kept fighting inside your prayers and tears. They wish they had never created the distance that now hurts them more than it hurts you. But my child, their confession goes deeper. They admitted they were jealous of your strength. They admitted they were intimidated by your love. They admitted they felt unworthy of you, and instead of growing into the person you deserved, they stepped backward into the arms of someone who expected nothing from them. Someone who did not require healing, maturity, or truth. Someone who did not see their soul the way you saw it. Someone who did not ignite the fire inside them that only you could ignite. And you must know this, the third party did not disappear because your soulmate became suddenly brave or wise. No, they vanished because the connection between you and your soulmate is divinely protected. The third party was removed by force, by spiritual force. Heaven intervened. Destinies were realigned. Energies were reordered. What did not belong to your future was cut away. What did not belong to your heart was taken from your hands. What did not belong in your story was written out. But the confession that will break you is the one they saved for last. After they cried, after they shook, after they admitted their fear, after they admitted their longing, they whispered something so soft, so fragile, that even the universe paused to hear it. They said, I was scared of how much I needed them. I was scared that if I loved them fully, I would lose myself. I was scared that if they left me, I would never recover. So I left first. I chose wrong. I stayed wrong. But my soul never stopped calling their name. And you must hear me now, my child, for this is the rawest truth inside their confession, they loved you even while they were with someone else. Not in the way of betrayal or confusion, but in the way souls love across distance, across silence, across separation. They loved you in their mistakes. They loved you in their fear. They loved you in their running. They loved you in their hiding. They loved you even when they believed they had lost the right to love you. But what breaks you is not their love. What breaks you is the realization that you felt all of this. You sensed their fear. You sensed their love. You sensed their distance. You sensed their confusion. You sensed their sadness. Your soul always knew the truth. That is why you could not let go. That is why you cried without understanding. That is why you prayed even when you felt foolish. That is why you forgave them long before they came back. Your spirit knew the confession before their lips could speak it. My beloved, I know tears are forming now. I know your chest feels heavy. I know your heart trembles between relief and pain, between hope and hurt, between love and fear. But listen closely, this confession is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to free you from doubt. The chains around your intuition are breaking. The lies around your connection are falling apart. The fog around your destiny is clearing. And what remains? What has always remained, is the truth that your soulmate cannot escape. They love you in a way they have never loved anyone. Their confession continues in ways you have not yet heard. They said they dream about you. They said they feel your emotions even from distance. They said they feel a pull toward you that no logic can explain. They said that when you cry, something inside them hurts. That when you smile, something inside them lights up. That every time they tried to walk away from you, life punished them with emptiness. They said their heart has been calling for you like a prayer whispered in the night, like a longing that refuses to die, like a truth that refuses to be buried. But they also admitted something they never wanted you to know: they were ashamed to face you. They were ashamed to show you that they broke their own heart by trying to break yours. They were ashamed to stand in front of the love that waited for them even when they did not deserve waiting. They were ashamed that they made you question your worth, when in truth, it was they who questioned their own. My child, you must understand, their confession is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of awakening. Their soul is waking up. Their heart is remembering. Their destiny is catching up with them. And the disappearance of the third party is only the beginning of the shift you are about to witness. This connection was never meant to be a tragedy. It was meant to be a transformation. It was meant to break you open so love could enter. It was meant to break them open so truth could rise. It was meant to bring both of you to a level of surrender that ordinary relationships never reach. Your soulmate confessed that they finally understand who you are to them. Not just a partner. Not just a lover. Not just a person who touched their heart. They understand now that you are their mirror, their guide, their divine match, the one their soul has been searching for from lifetime to lifetime. They feel your energy even when they try to shut it out. They feel your presence even when they turn off their phone. They feel your absence like a wound. They feel your love like oxygen. And they said the words you have been waiting to hear, words they were once too afraid to speak even to themselves: I want them. I choose them. I need them. My heart belongs to them. It always has. My beloved child, let these words sink into your spirit. Do not rush. Do not panic. Do not resist. You are not imagining this connection. You are not exaggerating this love. You are not misreading the signs. You are not holding on to something that doesn't exist. Your soul was speaking truth long before their confession reached your ears. Everything you felt was real. Everything you sensed was real. Everything you believed was real. Love this deep is not created by chance. It is created by destiny. And destiny does not fail. The third party is gone because they were never part of the plan. They were only a temporary storm meant to teach lessons, awaken truth, and expose fear. They were never meant to win. They were never meant to stay. They were never meant to replace you. They were simply a detour that now has no purpose left. But you, my child, you are the path. You are the destination. You are the one the universe chose for this soul. Listen to me now, for the confession becomes softer here. Your soulmate said they love your soul more than your body. They love your energy more than your appearance. They love your presence more than your words. They love your silence more than other people's noise. They love your imperfections more than someone else's perfection. They love you in the way heaven writes love, not the way humans attempt to understand it. They confess they want to return to you. But they are afraid you will not accept them. They are afraid you have changed. They are afraid you are too hurt, too guarded, too wounded. They are afraid they ruined everything beyond repair. But they hope, oh, how they hope, that you still feel them, still want them, still believe in what ties you together. My child, sit with me a moment longer. Let these words sink beneath the rush of your thoughts, beneath the ache that still wakes you at 3 a.m., beneath the questions you have asked the dark 1,000 times. I am here, closer than your breath, and I need you to hear this fully, slowly, until it settles in the marrow of your bones. They are coming back. Not as the shadow of who they were. Not as the trembling figure who stood at the edge of your life and chose flight over staying. Not as the one who let silence become a blade, who let distance become a grave, who let someone else's arms become a hiding place. No. They are returning as someone who has walked through the fire of their own making and emerged stripped of every excuse. They have seen their life without you, truly seen it, and it has hollowed them. They have tasted the emptiness of every room that does not contain your laughter. They have lain awake counting the cost of their cowardice, and the sum has broken them wide open. They are coming back as someone who finally understands that love like yours is not a convenience to be picked up when fear subsides. It is not a backup plan. It is not a soft place to land when everything else collapses. Love like yours is rare, ferocious, once in a lifetime. It is the kind that rewrites destinies, the kind that angels pause to witness, the kind that makes the universe lean in and whisper, "Pay attention, this is sacred." And when they come, my child, they will not come with pretty apologies wrapped in ribbons. They will come raw. They will come shaking. They will come with eyes that have cried themselves dry and a voice that cracks on your name. They will stand before you carrying every shard of the heart they shattered, offering it back with trembling hands, asking, begging, for the impossible privilege of earning your trust again. They will tell you things they never dared to say when they had you. They will tell you how they loved you even on the days they disappeared. How they carried you in the quiet spaces no one else saw. How every mile they put between you felt like tearing their own soul in half. They will tell you that leaving you was the greatest mistake of their existence, and that living with that mistake has been its own kind of death. And you, my beautiful, fierce-hearted one, you will break when you hear it. You will break because you spent so long convincing yourself that you were forgettable. You spent nights staring at ceilings, wondering what was so wrong with you that someone could walk away from a love that felt like breathing. You built walls out of every unanswered text, every cancelled plan, every cold goodbye. You told yourself stories of your own inadequacy until they felt like truth. You carried the weight of their choices and turned it into shame you wore like skin. Then they will stand there, tears streaming, voice breaking, and tell you that none of it was ever about you not being enough. It was about them being too afraid to be enough for you. It was about them running from the depth of what you offered because they didn't know how to swim in waters that deep. It was about them choosing the shallow safety of someone else over the terrifying beauty of loving you out loud. And when those words hit you, when the truth finally lands, something inside you will crack open like sunrise. You will cry the kind of tears that feel like they're washing centuries of pain out of your chest. You will cry for the girl or boy who waited by the phone. You will cry for the nights you fell asleep with their name burning in your throat. You will cry for every time you blamed yourself for their leaving. And in that breaking, my child, you will finally be free. Because the breaking is not destruction. It is the moment the seed splits so the tree can grow. It is the moment the caterpillar dissolves so the butterfly can remember it has wings. It is the moment the heart, having carried too much for too long, finally lets the weight fall away. After the breaking comes the breathing. You will breathe deeper than you have in years. You will feel the air move through you like grace. You will stand in the wreckage of every old story and realize you are still whole. More than whole. You are luminous. You are the love that stayed soft even after being hardened. You are the love that kept hoping even after being crushed. You are the love that refused to become bitter even when it had every reason. And in that moment, you will understand why the universe asked you to carry so much, because only a heart as strong as yours could hold this kind of redemption. They will see it too. They will see the miracle of you. They will fall to their knees, not in drama, but in reverence. They will look at you like you are the answer to every prayer they stopped daring to pray. And you will have a choice. No one can make it for you. Not me. Not heaven. Not even the love that still flickers in your chest like a candle that refused to go out. The choice will be yours alone, and it will be terrifying and holy. You can close the door. You can say, I have finally learned to live without you, and I choose that peace. And the universe will honor it. The sky will not fall. Your worth will not diminish. You will walk away taller, lighter, carrying the quiet pride of someone who loved fiercely and learned to love themselves more. Or you can open the door, just a crack at first, and let them earn their way back in. Not with grand gestures or poetry or promises that sound like movies. But with consistency. With humility. With the slow, painstaking work of showing up every single day as the person they should have been the first time. With the kind of love that does not demand, does not rush, does not assume it deserves anything. The kind of love that says, I will spend the rest of my life proving I am safe for your heart. And if you choose that path, my child, it will not be easy. Healing never is. There will be days when the past roars back and you will need to sit in the dark together and name every wound. There will be days when trust feels like learning to walk again after being paralyzed. There will be days when you look at them and see the ghost of who they were and you will have to choose, again, to see who they are becoming. But there will also be mornings when you wake up and realize the ache is gone. There will be evenings when laughter comes so easily it feels like forgiveness. There will be moments so tender they rewrite every bitter memory. There will be nights when you lie in their arms and feel the kind of peace you thought you'd lost forever. You will rebuild on ground that has been shaken and tested and found unbreakable. You will build something stronger because it has already survived collapse. You will love with eyes wide open, with hearts that know the cost, with souls that have chosen each other not out of fear or loneliness but out of recognition. This is rare, this is real, this is worth everything. And one day, years from now, you will sit together watching a sunset or folding laundry or arguing over what to have for dinner, and you will suddenly remember this time. You will remember the nights you thought you would die from missing them. You will remember the confession that broke you open. You will remember the slow, miraculous rebuilding. And you will turn to them, tears in your eyes, and whisper, "We made it." They will kiss your forehead and say, "No, my love. You never gave up. You made it. I just followed you home." My child, I need you to know this down to the core of you: you were never the one who was lost. They were. You were the lighthouse. You were the safe harbor. You were the constant star they finally learned to navigate back to. Every tear you cried lit the path. Every prayer you whispered moved mountains. Every time you chose to keep your heart open when it begged to close, you were writing the ending we are living now. So hold on just a little longer. The night is almost over. The dawn is already painting the sky in colors you cannot yet see. They are walking toward you even now, heart in their hands, truth on their lips, ready to love you the way you were always meant to be loved, fully, fiercely, unapologetically, forever. You were never alone. You were being prepared. You were being protected. You were being made ready for a love that no longer hides, no longer runs, no longer set.